The plaintiff is entering the courtroom. John Q. Varr is annoyed with Okidata for changing the ML182 and 182 Plus printers with the introduction of the ML182 Turbo. Here comes the defendant, Paul Pins, the Okidata product manager who's taking the state-of-the-art 182 Turbo to market. Mr. Varr wants to stay with the old reliables, the best-selling 182 and 182 Plus printers. He contends that he's specified these two products in hundreds of systems over the years and doesn't see why he should give them up. Okidata believes that progress must be served. Their new 182 Turbo represents the next generation in tank-tough printers. Both parties have agreed to dismiss their court cases and have their disputes settled here in the printer's court. We'll see what Judge Whopper has to say about the case of the persnickety Varr.
I know you've been sworn, and I've read your complaint.
Your Honor, I'm a very busy man. I mean, right now, even as we speak, I have software people waiting in my office.
I don't appreciate being interrupted in my own court.
I'm very sorry, Your Honor, but, you know, time is money, and I'm not accustomed to keeping my vendors waiting. Just yesterday, I had appointments with 2 hardware vendors, 4 software companies, and Okidata. Not to mention my clients. My clients
Excuse me, sir, we'd all like to get on with this case. Mr. Pins, tell me about the new 182 Turbo.
Your Honor, the 182 Turbo is the next generation in the 182 series. It does everything the other two do, only better.
Your Honor, may I address the court?
Yes, Mr. Varr.
I've recommended the 182 and 182 Plus in hundreds of systems over the past 5 years, and they work beautifully. I'm talking about systems that cost, what, $10,000, $20,000. Now, what happens if one of my very satisfied customers calls me up and asks for another system? Where am I then?
Your Honor, Mr. Varr has nothing to worry about.
That's what he says now. Do you know how many times I've heard that before? Well, maybe not from Okidata, but certainly from the software companies. They're always making changes, making new and improved programs. Makes my head spin.
Sir, please, I would like to hear what Mr. Pins has to say. Mr. Pins, you were saying?
Your Honor, the Turbo is 100% backwards compatible with...
Mr. Pins, I went to law school, not engineering school. Backwards compatible...
All that means is that the Turbo is completely compatible in every way with every 182 or 182 Plus Mr. Varr ever sold. It's the same size. It has the same features, only we've improved some of them. And it comes with IBM and microline emulation.
What about price?
At $339 list, it's just 10% more than the 182 with a parallel port. But
what about serial? I build a lot of systems around VAX computers, and I use these printers as terminal printers, so I need both Exon and Xoff protocols. What's that going to cost me, huh? Less.
Mr. Varr, isn't it true that you've been upgrading your 182 and 182 Plus with super speed serial boards?
Yes, it is.
And doesn't that bring the total price of the printer to $399 with the 182 and $429 with the 182 Plus?
Yes, it does.
Well, now you can order the super speed serial version of the Turbo 182 from the factory. Total cost $409, and you don't have to do anything.
I didn't know that.
And with the built-in serial port, you can give your clients 22% more speed than with the 182 Plus.
Well,
or 83% more speed than the 182.
I'm truly impressed.
You should be.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Wait until you see the Turbo bottom paper feed.
Which improves paper handling.
Oh, absolutely. And the Turbo can print labels, envelopes, cardstock, even Federal Express forms. And the Turbo can print 4-part forms, where our competition can only do 3.
And because the paper goes straight through, the Turbo is virtually jam-proof.
Exactly, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Pins.
Oh, and the Turbo also comes with a demand document feature, so that if your customer is using a continuous form,
he can get the form that he just printed without wasting the next form.
Your Honor, may I address the court?
You certainly have a habit of interrupting, Mr. Varr.
Oh, please indulge me, sir.
Speak your piece.
Your Honor, knowing what I know now, especially about this short-tear demand document capability, which will come in especially handy for my next system, I'm prepared to drop my case and get behind the new ML182 Turbo from Okidata.
This is highly unusual, Mr. Varr, but then again, so are you. You've made a wise decision. Mr. Pins, I want to commend you for your forthright manner in which you presented your case for the 182 Turbo. In fact, I'm going to ask Rusty to buy one or two for the printer's court. Case dismissed.
Mr. Varr, as Judge Whopper said, it's very unusual when a plaintiff throws in the towel, just quits.
Yes, well, I prefer to look at my change of heart as a sound business decision. The Okidata ML182 Turbo is infinitely superior to the Panasonic and Epson, as exemplified by the printhead life, which is double that of the competition. Now, I do a lot of POS business, and my clients like Hyatt Hotels and Budget Rent-A-Car, they'll appreciate the compact size and the speed the Turbo offers, not to mention the rugged reliability you get with Okidata.
Well, thank you, Mr. Varr. I see we have Mr. Pins, excuse me.